Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Nikki and thanks for coming and watching this important video. Every Friday I'm going to start doing a more recent case of a missing person, and this case is so weird and strange. Her name is Prisma Reyes. I'm going to say her name right. She is from Mesquite, Texas, which is in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, well, Dallas area. And to me, this case has not gotten enough coverage. She went missing in April, on April 17th, 2019, just about 9 months ago. And so this case has not gotten a lot of coverage. I went and looked through the internet and on different sources, and basically I see stuff all the way up into August, and then pretty much that's about it. Up until just in November, NBC News did do a little update about her, and also there's updates on Web Sleuths and stuff like that, but they're just basically, and on her Facebook, but they're basically just saying no new news, no new news. So this is a super strange case. If you haven't heard about it, there's tons of CCTV. I'm not going to put the CCTV up at this time. I will have some screenshots up here for us and lots of pictures of her, and then I'm going to leave links down there in the description box for all the places that you can go and see these videos of her. Okay, so Prisma Reyes, 26-year-old female from Mesquite, Texas, outside of Dallas. Like I said, she was all kinds of stuff. She really was apparently a really smart girl. She did a lot of different things, like driving for Uber and Lyft, and she was also a paralegal, and she used those skills to keep jobs. She had a little 6-year-old son. I think he's 47 now. I don't know. And she was a single mom and basically managing. But at the time of her disappearance, she was working at a car lot called 123 Tex Auto, and that's in Dallas area. And so she's working there. Not quite sure whether she's doing legal things there. That's kind of wishy-washy. I listened to a good interview with her dad, and he had a lot of good information, and so he's got a private investigator. She's working and hustling and doing her thing and taking care of her kid, and obviously she has boyfriends and stuff in and out of her life. And so the day that she goes missing, apparently she had been dating a guy. They were broke up. She leaves her job around 12:30 or something like that and drives about 20 minutes away from her job to meet him for lunch at this place called E-Bar Tex-Mex. E-Bar Tex-Mex. It's a restaurant and a restaurant and bar, which primarily it seems like they really enjoy the bar. She goes, they meet there, not quite sure whether he's already there. It's kind of confusing, but anyways, they're both there. They're both there. They have some drinks and talk for a little bit. Then she proceeds to get on the phone with her babysitter for some reason, and leaves the restaurant, goes out to the car, and has a 50-minute call, almost an hour call with this babysitter, which is out of the ordinary. They've done phone checks, and her phone calls with this babysitter usually are just check-ins, how's everything going. They're like 10-minute phone calls at the most. This is almost an hour-long phone call, and she leaves the boyfriend in the restaurant, which is really kind of weird. Like, if they were there to try to work stuff out. This is what the dad says, that they were trying to work shit out. This is hearsay, is what he says, that the boyfriend was like, it's me and nobody else, whether she was cheating or something like that. I don't know if he was real possessive. I don't know. I'm just saying, this is what I'm gathering. I'm just repeating what I hear and from the dad. And the dad has, like I said, a private investigator. She's out there in the car for an hour. It appears that The boyfriend calls from inside the restaurant telling her something, probably, come in, what are you doing on the phone? I'm sitting in this restaurant. I mean, this is all just speculation, okay? She comes in there, and they continue drinking. They get into a heated conversation. He proceeds to leave. She's on the phone too, like a lot, making little phone calls. I'm not sure. She's like on the phone a lot. She continues to drink, and eventually, this restaurant, bar, whatever, has her leave and cuts her off, says you gotta go. Which, first of all, that's, if she's that drunk that she's gotta be cut off, they should have called her an Uber or something to get her out of there. But they don't. They just let her leave. In this process of leaving, she has a really nice Jeep, by the way. She pulls out of the parking lot. She jumps a curb. She's obviously intoxicated. You could just totally tell she's drunk. She gets down like a couple of blocks and she has a road rage incident. This road rage thing was serious enough for the cops to be called. Now, I did read somewhere that there was a gun pulled, but that, I don't know. That was not verified. Her dad never said that, so I don't know for sure if that's exactly what happened. What is also known is that the road rage incident is with a patron or a worker at the bar, Tex-Mex bar that she just left. So, the cops get called, the Dallas PD show up, and she's gone. So there is a police report and everything on that. Proceeds to then drive down I-30 out back towards where she works, or where I guess she's going back to where her babysitter is to pick up this kid. Now I'm thinking, and there's another person that's thinking that she just blew that job off. She must have quit, which who knows? I don't know. She only worked there for a few months. Does it mean she totally was quitting? Not really. She might have just got drunk that day and said, okay, well, I'll try to go and smooth it over the next day. So not necessarily that she's like completely blowing the job off. She heads that direction. She gets out a little bit of ways up, seems to be like about halfway back to her house or something. For some unknown reason, she turns back around. She heads back to the boyfriend, his apartment. And then that's where it starts getting really interesting, because there's tons of CC footage. And also, let's mind you, guess what? Apparently, either she doesn't know this, but this is the same guy she went to lunch with. Supposedly, from what it sounds like, he leaves town after that meeting, after that lunch. He leaves town. It's not public where he went, whatever. But it is been very verified by the police officers and the detective that he was not in town. She goes back to his apartment. Guess what? He's not even there. I don't even know. And she's on the phone in the surveillance videos. I don't know if she's on the phone with him particularly, but she is on the phone. And is he saying, hey, I'm not even there, girl. What are you doing in my apartment? I'm not there. I don't know. Who does? This is all speculation. But he's not even there at the apartment. She pulls literally in front of like this alley. It's got a stop sign. It's not technically a street, but is an alley that has traffic traveling through it. She literally parks right in front of this intersection. Okay. And waits a few minutes. And this is a super, super gated apartment in Dallas. You have to have a code to get into the gate, to get into the parking garage, and then to even get into the building. Once you get on the elevators only take you to parking garages. To get into the apartment area, you have to have a code or a key card, which she has neither, okay? She jumps out and she runs through the open gate where people are coming in and out. It is about 5:30 or something like that when this happens. So she's probably extremely drunk. Okay, let's just say that she's probably really drunk. She's not a big girl either. So she gets in there. She's on the surveillance. She's on the phone the whole time, and she's talking to someone and making conversation. She's obviously losing her balance. She's stumbling quite a bit all over the area. Not seriously, but you could start swaying and stuff. So she gets off the phone at some point, turns around, and then poof, she's gone. She's not ever seen, well, we don't see her. So the cops have now confirmed that they do see her going. We don't. They don't have that released that. They do see her and another man get on the elevator and go up. The other man gets off at some point and she continues on, and her dad says that she is seen on the 5th level of the parking garage. So, like, it's such a weird thing. Like, but then, you have to think about when you're drunk, and especially, this is also the middle of the day drinking. Was she on an empty stomach? More than likely she was, if she ate there or not. So she's probably pretty drunk. So she ends up getting on that elevator and going up. They haven't said nothing about the guy that gets on the elevator. And they're not releasing that because I'm sure they don't want him to be seen or something. Gosh, it's so freaking wild. She makes it to the 5th floor of the parking garage because she can't get in the apartment. And apparently she's seen by a witness who is aware that she is walking around, and then she's seen by a car with the trunk open, and the lady can tell that she's disoriented, confused, something's wrong, and she says, "Hey, you alright? Can I help you?" By this car, not her car, with the trunk open. And apparently, Prisma gets a little bit mouthy with her or something like that, which is to be expected. She's already got kicked out. She's already got in a fight with her boyfriend. She's already got a road rage incident, so she's probably really drunk or really not happy drunk at this point for some reason. I guess the lady just blows her off. Okay, whatever. That's the last known sighting that anybody has of her. So, there's all these cameras, but listen, she's not seen leaving at all. Now, there are doors. The officer has said there are doors and exits that don't have cameras, and so she could have slipped out of there. Really, I'm telling you, this is so weird. Something else that came out that I was listening to on Gray Hughes is that her car, like I mentioned, was parked right there. You see the picture? Was parked right there blocking the street, which I'm surprised it did get towed immediately. Apparently, it does get towed, but guess what? It's not in that spot anymore. It has been moved up or back or way out of that. So, I don't know whether... Nobody knows how that car has been moved. That is one of the things that is just like, wait, what? Why? Wait. Because eventually the car does get towed, and then that's how they know that. Then also she doesn't pick up her son that day. She's supposed to be picking her son up, no, the son. So she gets reported missing barely like the same day, you know, and they have no idea. But it's just so baffling, and it's a strange thing. And so the boyfriend's 100% out. I mean, they're not releasing that, but from what it sounds, he's supposedly already out of town when she shows up at this apartment complex. And it doesn't even look like she gets into the building. She's in the parking garage, and that's it. And then, with her car moving, that is a super, like, odd, like, did she come out of the building, move her car, get in the car with somebody else? Did she get out of the building, move her car, and walk off somewhere? It is a strange case. I noticed, I picked this, I saw this on Web Sleuth the other day, and I was like, what a odd thing. So I started, like, doing a bunch of, like, Googling and searching and stuff, and there's literally nothing from August until then. On November 11th, there is this last post, and that's it. Now, I did see on Web Sleuth they're doing a disappeared version, I think. ID did an interview with the family, and they are doing it, but it's not going to be on the disappeared channel. It's going to be on the disappeared website or Facebook or something like that. So I'm keeping up on the web sleuth with that too, and I will definitely put the links on there so y'all can. But seriously, so what do y'all think? What in the world? Okay, so then there's also these things like, well, is she still in the building? Okay, is she still in the building? Did she never leave? Now it's been 9 months, so if she's probably not in the building, being held hostage at this point. I would say 9 months, no. But there was a case a while back, if y'all remember, where a guy brought a girl out of a suitcase in a hotel and almost killed her and dumped. And they looked and searched for this girl for a while, and I think she survived. I'm sorry. And they found her, and she had been pulled out in this suitcase. So if a person did take her from the apartment, then they eventually get her. But it's been 9 months now, and the family is still searching. It's super sad. It just doesn't make any sense. This is one of them things, like, can you imagine? We've all been intoxicated, not everybody, but a lot of us have been intoxicated, and to a really bad probably point where we should be not out in public, and just made the wrong choice. Who knows? Maybe she stepped off, and maybe, I mean, I don't know. Oh man, it's so wild just to even like think about. You know, the boyfriend supposedly is clear. He's supposedly in another state. One thing I will say, she did make a phone call when she was on the 5th tier. When that lady did see her, her last phone call, her very last contact was to a friend who lived in Florida, and she said, "Hey, I need some help. I don't know where I'm at. I'm so confused. I don't even know where I'm at." And the friend that's in Florida said, "Well, ping your phone, and I'll send a taxi to come get you, or Uber, or somebody to come get you." She didn't do that, and so that ended that. That didn't happen. So what if that would have happened? That would have been good. Anyways, I just wanted to really get this case back on. It's not on YouTube. Hardly nobody's covered it. I'm not really sure why. There is a good web sleuth thread going on. Gray Hughes covered it, but that was in August. But he did a super duper good job. I'll leave that down there. He's amazing, and he gives you, like, you can see all the little places in where she went. It is an odd case, but I wanted to put it out there, back on YouTube, get a little bit momentum going. I'm going to put it, you know, I believe they have a GoFundMe's up looking for it, so I'll probably put that down there if you want to help this family. It's Prisma Reyes, and 26-year-old from Mesquite, Texas. Mesquite and Dallas Police Department are working together, which is really tight. Community anywhere. The police have said that they have interviewed hundreds of people, and they literally have nowhere to go. They are at a complete loss on this case also. It's really sad. And so I hope that me just putting it there, maybe this will help push some things forward, because it needs a little more exposure. Where in the world? She would not disappear. I don't think so. 9 months, she would show up. If she was just intoxicated, something happened. Did somebody take advantage of her condition? And then the thing about her Jeep being moved, like, it's so weird. It's right there. I mean, did she realize, oh crap, I parked my Jeep right there, better go hurry up? But then she was like, it's so confusing what she also. If you see somebody like that out there, I know it's really hard to butt your nose into stuff. I don't even know if I would. But I'm probably, if I saw somebody that confused, I might call 911 and say, hey, we got a girl over here. She might be having some kind of medical event. But in these big cities, people are so busy. I live in Houston, and that's kind of shit that happens. People are so busy in Dallas and Fort Worth and all that, those bigger cities. They ain't got time for all that. They're busy. They're working. You're in a smaller town, you're probably going to get a lot more calls like, hey, somebody's, trust me. I hope that this helps. bring some information to Prisma's case. If you saw Prisma, she was in a red polo shirt and black shoes, and there's pictures I'm going to have of her, what she looks like. She has her work shirt on. If you've seen her at the bar, if you saw her at the E-Bar Tex-Mex in Dallas, but mainly if you've seen her at the bar, that would be a big thing. If you've seen her in this apartment complex, I'm going to put the apartment complex, all that's going to be down in the description, where she went missing from. Just use your brains and like put your thinking caps on, and maybe we can help this family, because they are really still looking, and they do not have a lot of coverage. So let's see what we can do to help bring Prisma home, or bring some closure to figure out where this poor girl is. Bless her heart. I feel for 100%. I've been in those shoes, and I feel like really pain for this girl. Like, oh my gosh, just one wrong decision and poof, she's gone. So let's help bring Prisma home and some closure to her family. Thank you for watching. I will see you Monday with a new Missy Monday case. See you later.